afternoon, students. In today's class we will go through the next concept, that is just one second ma. Reactions in solutions. Under this reactions in solutions concept, we are going to study four important definitions. Those are A. Molarity, B. Molality, RITY, MOLA RITY here MOLA LITY. Next, C. Mole fraction, and D. Weight percentage. So you can do one thing, keep the side heading reactions in solutions and write the first point, that is, in reactions in solutions we will go through four important definitions. Those are, after writing the point, note down these four. First molarity, second molality, next mole fraction, and fourth one weight percentage. Okay, after writing that one, we will go through that molarity first. First definition of molarity is number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. For this one clarity is, first we don't know what is meant by solute. Is it correct? We don't know what is meant by solute, what is meant by solution also. Okay, I will give clarity about solute and solution. Even one more term is there, that is solvent. After that we will come to this molarity definition. Before that, what is meant by solution? Solution is nothing but homogeneous mixture. Please observe carefully. Solution is nothing but homogeneous mixture. Okay. We have just gone through impure substances. Impure substances are also called mixtures. Impure substances are also called mixtures. Those mixtures are of two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture, in which it has two components, in which one component is uniformly distributed throughout the other component. Examples also we have seen in previous classes: salt plus water, sugar plus water. These are all coming under homogeneous mixtures. Okay, these homogeneous mixtures are forming the solutions. They can be formed by at least two components, because there should not be any chemical reaction. Again, no need to revise again, because we have completed already in this chapter only. Okay, differences between compound and mixture we have seen. Okay, if you have two components or more than two components, and there must not be any chemical reaction between those components, generally that type of thing will be observed in impure substances. Those are in homogeneous mixtures. Okay, these homogeneous mixtures will form solutions. Are you clear? Now, these homogeneous mixtures are formed by at least two components. At least two components. Now, one important point is, separately the solutions concept, separate chapter, separately the solutions concept we are going to study in 12th class. 12th class second chapter, solutions only. Okay, now these solutions contain at least how many components? Two components. It can be contained by three components, four components also, but we will see about only two component solution. Even in 12th class also, separate full chapter, we will go through only two component solutions. Those two component solution, in which one component is called solute and another component is called solvent. One component is called solute and another component is called solvent. I will tell example also. Don't bother about these 3 components and 4 component solutions. Okay, we are going to concentrate on only 2 component solution. The 2 components in which one component is called solute and another component is called solvent. If you take salt plus water, salt solution. Salt plus water is called salt solution, where salt is called solute and water is called solvent. Combinedly, this is called solution. That is the thing. Salt plus water is called solution. Okay. In that, how many components we have? 2 components. What are the 2 components? Salt is one individual compound and water is another individual compound. If both are mixed, there is no chemical reaction between salt and water. Okay. Then it will form homogeneous mixture. Actually, heterogeneous mixture also there, but we are concentrating on only homogeneous mixtures now. Understand carefully. In these 2 components, the component which is present in less quantity, is called solute, and the component which is present in major quantity is called solvent. Generally, when we are preparing salt solution, we will take major amount of water, glass full of water. To that little amount of salt we will add. Correct? So out of these 2, which is contained by in less amount, that less amount component is called solute and major amount component is called solvent. In that way we can identify which is solute and solvent. Those 2, solute plus solvent, is called solution. Solute plus solvent is called solution. Okay. This is about what are the terms we have in this molarity definition. Molarity definition contains solute. Now you might have understood solution. Okay, ma? So what is meant by solute once again? The component which is present in minor quantity, less quantity. The component which is present in less quantity is called solute. And the component which is present in major quantity is called solvent. Okay. So if you take salt plus water, salt is solute and water is solvent. If you take sugar plus water, sugar solution, sugar is solute and water is solvent. In that way, majorly water will be the solvent and other components are solutes. Okay, ma'am? This is about what about the definition of this solute and solvent as well as solution also. Now let us see, coming to molarity term. I am going to rub this one. Coming to molarity term, what is the definition? Read once, all of you. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Okay, this is the definition. Now we are going to define formula for molarity. How we are going to define the formula? Let us see. Let n moles of solute present in V liters of solution. Let n moles of solute present in V liters of solution. Okay, we have taken one solution, man. That solution contains solution. Suppose this is the solution we have. Up to some extent in beaker we have taken solution. Okay, this solution volume is V liters. In that, how many moles of solute will be present? N moles of solute. N moles of solute. Okay, so let n moles of solute present in V liters of solution. But what is our definition? Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Okay, let us write n moles present in V liters of solution. Definition is, in 1 liter, how many moles of solute? How many moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution? That is only number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. This question mark is nothing but molarity, because definition wise, number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Okay, now this question mark is calculated by cross multiplying these two divided by V. Cross multiplying n and 1 divided by V. So molarity, this question mark is nothing but molarity only. definition wise, molarity is equal to n into 1 divided by V, which implies this is equal to n by V. What is the formula of molarity? N by V. Molarity is represented by capital M. Molarity is represented by capital M. Then finally we will write the formula. This implies capital M is equal to N by V. Keep it in box. Note down the formula. Capital M is equal to N by V and keep it in box. Okay. Now we will continue that one. Before that, I hope you understood what is the definition. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. According to definition wise, we got let n moles of solute present in V liters of solution. Okay. Then n moles of solute present in V liters of solution. In 1 liter of solution, how many moles of solute are present? That is only our point. Okay. So here question mark. Now these two will be cross multiplied. N into 1, n only, divided by V is equal to M is equal to. Molarity is represented by M. That's why I wrote M. M is equal to, capital M is equal to N by V. This is the formula for molarity. Further we can extend this formula also. We can expand this formula by knowing the formula of N. Already we know what is the formula for number of moles. Okay. Now that one I will see. Before note down this clearly. Now I will continue. Capital M is equal to N by V. I am writing N into 1 by V. We know N number of moles equal to given weight by gram molecular weight. We wrote for two formula, number of moles of element, number of moles of compound. Maximum here solutes are compounds only, so directly I am writing here gram molecular weight. Number of moles equal to given weight by gram molecular weight. Let given weight is equal to W. Representation of given weight is W. Gram molecular weight is capital M. Oh sorry. You will be confused again. If I write capital M here again, molarity capital M also, you will be confused. No? Do one thing. Just drop this one. Directly write given weight by gram molecular weight. So the formula we can write it as capital M is equal to number of moles formula I am writing here. Given weight by gram molecular weight. One point here. This number of moles of solute only. When number of moles of solute we have taken, here given weight of solute by gram molecular weight of solute. Because this is entirely belonging to solute only, so here given weight of solute by gram molecular weight of solute into 1 by V. This V is in liters. V must be expressed in liters. This implies capital M is equal to given weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by V in milliliters. We have converted this volume into volume liters into milliliters, no? Then we will get 1000. Okay, that's why I wrote 1000 here. 1000 by V in ml. If you don't write 1000 here, volume must be in liters. If you write 1000 in numerator, we have to show that volume must be in milliliters. Okay, now this is the useful formula for molarity. Two useful formula. After noting down, keep it in the box, all of you. Capital M is equal to given weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by V. V must be expressed in liters. Capital M is equal to given weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by V, in which V must be expressed in milliliters. Okay, this is the formula, final formula for molarity. From where we got this one, number of moles formula, given weight by gram molecular weight. From that we got. Okay, this is the first term we have discussed. under the heading reactions in solutions. Okay, now I will continue with the next concept, next side heading, that is molality. B. Molality. Molality is represented by small m. Molality is represented by capital M. Okay, now definition. Number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. What is the definition? Number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. This is not solution. Previously we have taken solution. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution, that is related to volume. Here we took mass of solvent. Okay, now what is the definition? Number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. Okay. Now we have to get the formula for this one also in the same way. Let us see in what way we are going to get the formula. Let n moles of solute present in W grams of solvent. W kilograms, no? Let n moles of solute present in W kilograms of solvent. Now, what is our definition? See, number of moles n moles present in W kilograms of solvent. How many moles will be present in 1 kilogram of solvent? This is only called molality. How many moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent? This is called molality. Now molality small m is equal to, question mark is here. Then what we have to do? These two must be cross multiplied. N into 1, N divided by W kilograms. W kilograms of solvent. In denominator this is solvent, no? In previous formula, molarity, that is solution, volume of solution. Here this is W kilograms of solvent. Okay. Now we can expand this formula also in the same way how we have expanded for molarity. In the same way we can expand for this one also. I will continue this one. We know number of moles formula already, given weight by gram molecular weight. By substituting that one we will get further more extension. I will show that one. Till now you are clear, I think. Once again I am defining this molality. Molality is nothing but number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. In 1 kilogram of solvent, how many moles of solute will be present? If more number of moles of solute are present, molality is high. If less number of moles of solute is present, molality is less. In that way we can define. Okay. Now how did we define and how we got the formula? We have seen. Let n moles of solute present in W kilograms of solvent, then molality m is equal to small m. Molality is represented by small m, molarity is represented by capital M. Okay, is equal to n by W kilograms of solvent. Now let us see what about the extension of this formula. Molality small m is equal to n into 1 by W kilograms of solvent. Next is equal to, what is the formula of n? Given weight by gram molecular weight. Then we know n is equal to given weight by gram molecular weight of solute. Here also n means number of moles of solute only. Then that given weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute. Both are belonging to solute only. Okay. Now what is the n? Given weight divided by gram molecular weight into 1 by W kilograms of solvent. This is one formula for molality, as well as if you convert these kilograms into grams, 1 kilogram equal 1000, like that we will get, so 1000 we will be getting in numerator. Let us see, given weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 divided by W kilograms, W grams, W grams of solvent. Please observe carefully while you are writing down also. In previous molarity definition, here we wrote volume of solution. Simply we wrote volume only, that is nothing but volume of solution. But here this is solvent. Okay, number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent is called molality. That is the difference. After writing this formula, keep them in box neatly. This is about second formula and extension of the formula also. M is equal to given weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by W grams of solvent. Okay, ma? Now two terms we completed. For the two terms we can go through units also. Let us see units. Molarity units. Moles per liter or moles per milliliter. Moles per volume. Volume units liters, no? Number of moles, moles simply. Moles per liter or moles per milliliter. Okay, next, molality. Molality units. That is moles per kilogram. Here that is mass, in denominator mass. That's why moles per kilogram or moles per gram. These are the units of molarity and molarity. Note down clearly. Molarity is represented by capital M. This is represented by small m. Okay, this is about first two terms. Okay, after that we will go through next two terms. Those are mole fraction and weight percentage. We will continue now. Let us see that what about the third definition also. Okay, let us continue this second definition is completed now. We will go to third definition, that is weight percentage. Third definition, mole fraction. That is C. Mole fraction is represented by this letter. Pronunciation is Kai. In Tamil, hand is nothing but Kai. The pronunciation only same, Kai here. Representation is this one. You know how to write lambda this way. Just that middle line we can extend some more like this. This is the way we can represent what is the representation of mole fraction. Okay. Now coming to this mole fraction. Before going to this one, let us consider one solution. Please remember what is meant by solution. At least that solution must contain two components. In that, between the two components there is no chemical reaction. Okay, let us consider salt plus water only, or A plus B. The solution has two components, A plus B. A is equal to solute, B is equal to solvent. The component which is present in less quantity is called solute, and the component which is present in major quantity is called solvent. We have taken A is in less quantity and B is in major quantity. Okay, A plus B. Now, definitely some amount of A we will take, means certain amount, given mass, given weight of A, WA is equal to given weight of solute. Next, MA is equal to gram molecular weight of solute. Correct? WA is equal to given weight of solute. Capital MA is equal to gram molecular weight of solute. Please don't confuse this capital M with molarity. Okay, the complete that molarity, capital M, it is different. Here this representation capital M is nothing but gram molecular weight of solute. Every time to write the gram molecular weight of solute completely, it is very difficult for us. That's why we are simplifying it as gram molecular weight of solute as M, capital M. Okay, everywhere I will mention, don't confuse it all. Okay, ma? Now continue. Next, Na is equal to, what is this Na? Number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute formula, given weight of solute Wa divided by gram molecular weight of solute Ma. This is the formula of number of moles of solute. Na is equal to Wa by Ma. Next, same way we will continue for B also. Wb is equal to given weight of solvent. Wb is equal to given weight of solvent. Mb is equal to gram molecular weight of solvent. Then Nb is equal to Wb by Mb. What is the Wb? Given weight of solvent divided by gram molecular weight of solvent, which is equal to Nb. Okay, what is that? Na, number of moles of solute, Nb, number of moles of solvent. This is the data which is helpful to define mole fraction. Now, mole fraction can be defined for individual solute as well as solvent. So, chi A and chi B, both of them we are going to define. The definition we will see, but before that, note down clearly. Once 2 seconds, observe clearly. A solution has two components which are not chemically combined, A and B. Okay, those two components are uniformly distributed throughout the solution to form homogeneous mixture, which is nothing but solution. A is called solute and B is called solvent. Okay, now what are the components of A? Wa is equal to given weight of solute. Capital Ma is equal to gram molecular weight of solute. Next, Na. What is meant by Na? Number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute equal to Wa by Ma. Next, Wb, given weight of solvent. Mb, gram molecular weight of solvent. Nb, number of moles of solvent is equal to given weight by gram molecular weight. For which one we are going to find? For both solvent only. That's why this is given weight of solvent divided by gram molecular weight of solvent. Okay, note down clearly. After that we are going to define the mole fraction. Definition. Mole fraction is defined as number of moles of the component. Mole fraction is defined as number of moles of the component divided by total number of moles of solution. Write the definition, all of you. Definition is number of moles of the component divided by total number of moles of solution. Okay, total number of moles of solution means solution contains two components, solute and solvent. Solute number of moles Na, solvent number of moles Nb, then solution number of moles Na plus Nb. Number of moles of solution, total number of moles of solution is nothing but number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent. I am going to write here total number of moles of solution is equal to number of moles of solute Na only Na plus number of moles of solvent Nb, which is simply written as Na plus Nb. Okay, ma? Are you clear? Now, total number of moles of solution is equal to number of moles of solute Na plus number of moles of solvent Nb. Finally, Na plus Nb is nothing but total number of moles of solution, because solution is equal to solute plus solvent. Okay, now according to this definition, we will define mole fraction of solute as well as mole fraction of solvent also. We will see. First, mole fraction is represented by chi. For A, chi A, this is nothing but mole fraction of solute. Okay, what is this chi A? Chi A is nothing but mole fraction of solute. We have written the definition as mole fraction of the component is equal to number of moles of the component. Okay, here which component we have taken? Solute. So mole fraction of this solute is equal to number of moles of solute, because which component we have taken here, that number of moles we will take in numerator, divided by total number of moles of solution. Then what is the representation of number of moles of solute? That is Na, divided by what about total number of moles of solution? Na plus Nb. This is called mole fraction of A. Keep it in box neatly. Okay, mole fraction of A is equal to which component we are taking? A is solute only, that component number of moles, Na divided by Na plus Nb. What is that Na plus Nb? Na plus Nb is nothing but total number of moles of solution. Okay, that one already I wrote. So directly I wrote here Na plus Nb. So mole fraction of A is equal to the component number of moles divided by total number of moles. So chi A is equal to Na by Na plus Nb. This is complete representation of mole fraction of A. In the same way, we can represent mole fraction of B also. Let us see what about mole fraction of B, that is solvent. Okay, note down clearly and keep it in box. Correctly where I am going to represent in box, please mention, because those are all important formulae which are useful in next coming classes, even in 12th also. Okay, let us see. Now I am going to represent chi B. What is meant by chi B? Mole fraction of solvent. Okay, mole fraction of solvent is equal to, what is the definition? Number of moles of that component. Which component we have taken here? Solvent. So number of moles of solvent. Number of moles of solvent divided by total number of moles. Number of moles of solvent divided by total number of moles. Number of moles of solvent is equal to Nb only, because solvent is represented by B. Number of moles of solvent is equal to Nb divided by total number of moles Na plus Nb, which is called chi B. This is called mole fraction of solvent. Okay, this entire, till now what is the thing we discussed? Entire thing it is related to two component solution. We don't bother about 3 component solution, 4 component solution, because even up to IIT Advanced also they have given only 2 component solution only. Those 2 component solutions are called binary solutions. By binary, we know binary digits 0, 1, 2 digits. That is nothing but here applied. Binary solution. the solution which contains two components. That is called binary solution. So even if you go to higher, even IIT advanced stage also, the concept is related to the solution with two components only. Okay, don't need to bother about three component solutions and four component solutions. Okay, ma? This is about mole fraction. Finally, one more formula is there. That formula I will show, and we will go for fourth definition. Okay, this is third one, mole fraction. Mole fraction is represented by this representation letter that is pronounced as chi. Okay, let us see. We have a solution with components A and B, correct? A is called solute and B is called solvent. Now, mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B. It has only two components. For that, mole fraction of A we can find, mole fraction of B also we can find. Okay, so now I am going to add both of them. Mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B. Mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B is equal to, what is the formula of mole fraction of A? Na by Na plus Nb plus mole fraction of B, Nb by Na plus Nb, right? Now, in denominator both are same only, so common denominator Na plus Nb, then numerator also will be added one, Na plus Nb, both are same, cancel, is equal to 1. So in a solution, if you have two components, sum of mole fractions of those two components equal to 1. If you have three components, sum of mole fraction of three components equal to 1. Okay, leave that one. I told that no need to go for a three component solution. So let us fix with only two component solution. So if a solution is present with two components, the two components mole fraction, chi A and chi B, if you sum them, that means addition. Chi A plus chi B is equal to 1. So finally, this formula, note it down. Chi A plus chi B is equal to 1. How did we get this 1? What is that chi A formula? Na by Na plus Nb. Chi B formula, Nb by Na plus Nb. Then sum of these two, chi A plus chi B, is equal to, these two are getting cancelled. Finally we got chi A plus chi B is equal to 1. Every time mole fraction, sum of mole fraction of number of components present in the solution is equal to 1. Sum of mole fraction of number of components present in the solution is equal to 1. Okay, this is about third definition, that is mole fraction. Now we have fourth one, that is weight percentage. Let us see that one and complete this one today. Then D. Weight percentage. Percent per cent. Cent means 100. Okay. Out of 100, how much amount is present? Like that we will say percentage. Now it is defined as, now let us see the definition. Amount of solute. Please observe, this is not related to number of moles. Okay, number of moles, that is completed. Now weight percentage, both are expressed in weights. Weight is nothing but grams, amount. Okay. Definition. Amount of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Amount of solute present in 100 grams of solution is called weight percentage. One more time. Amount of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Percent. Cent means 100. In 100 grams of solution, how much amount of solute is present? That is called weight percentage. How we are going to define the formula for this one? Let us see. Let W grams of solute present in X grams of solute. Let X grams of solute present in Y grams of solution. One more time. Let X grams of solute present in Y grams of solution. Then how much amount of solute? That is the amount of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Correct? In 100 grams of solution, how much amount of solute is present? This is only called weight percentage. So simply I am representing weight percentage. This question mark is nothing but weight percentage. This weight percentage is equal to, question mark is here, these two must be cross multiplied. X into 100. X into 100 divided by Y. These two cross multiply divided by Y. Okay, so finally the formula is WW percentage, that means weight percentage is equal to X by Y into 100. What is meant by X? Amount of solute. What is meant by Y? Amount of solution into 100. So the final formula of this one is weight percentage equal to amount of solute by amount of solution into 100. Okay, weight percentage is equal to amount of solute divided by amount of solution into 100. Because every time that 100 is fixed, every time we will consider for 100 grams of solution, so that 100 is constant. So amount of solute by amount of solution into 100, this is called weight percentage. This is the final formula of weight percentage. Okay, these are the definitions we have learned in today's class. What are those? By the heading reactions in solutions. Under reactions in solutions, we have gone through 4 definitions. Those are molarity, molality, mole fraction, and weight percentage. Okay, molarity definition: number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. Molality: number of moles of solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent, that is solvent, okay, is called molarity. Next, mole fraction: number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles of solution is called mole fraction. Fourth one, what about weight percentage? The weight percentage is nothing but amount of solute divided by amount of solution into 100. These are important formula, not only in 11th, those are useful in your 12th class also. Please be concentrated and note down this formula in boxes also, okay, and learn them very carefully. Okay, ma? That is about today's class. And what about the next class? We will continue the same concept only, chapter 1. Maximum by 2 or 3 classes. We came to end also. 2 or 3 hardly classes we will complete this chapter 1. After that we will go through structure of atom. Okay, ma? Thank you all.